home run, slam dunks, and long run. Athletes and sports junkie. If you got the knowledge, come get you some. Call in, let me hear your thoughts. Sound mad, get your team low. Jerry Jones, cause I'm the ball. Call in, let me hear your thoughts. Crazy, Jack. Yeah.
Woo! It's Tuesday, and it's 8 o'clock, and you tuned in to the dopest sports show on radio, on air, my bad. It's The Crush, right here on Sensation Station Network.
Worldwide, Craig.
And I am your humble co-host, C.
Worldwide.
Glaze. It may still, you got people thinking that's the Alabama hat.
Man, boy, recognize the A.
Yeah, they were talking about that's the Alabama hat.
No, man, recognize what the A look like. It's a difference between the A and that A over there.
They talking about, come on, man, y'all know that's the A from
Man,
the A-Town.
y'all, come on, man. Clearly, they not from the A.
Come on, it's the curves and everything.
Take their card, man.
Speaking of which,
card, man.
got my man Macy. You heard? What's happening, brother?
Man, what's going on, dude?
That like you can't get in different colors with the A on that.
Dude.
That D-Bang. You know that D-Bang, though,
Man,
right?
ain't nobody studying D-Bang. D-Bang chill for like 7 NFL teams, man, in 6 colleges. Oh, but he a Patriot fan. Used to be a Cowboy fan.
Shout out to you, D-Bang.
Yeah, man. So, you know what I'm saying?
We got a great show for you guys today, man. We got a lot to cover today. It looks like every time I turn on ESPN or I turn on Fox or I hit my website, somebody got paid a ridiculous amount of money.
Bruh,
somebody been cut. Somebody been
notes,
picked
man.
up.
I stopped taking notes.
Because it's just too many right now. But who the guy that got really paid, man?
Man, Malik Jackson, man, he finna go get that brand new Bentley truck.
Well, once you get a fumble in the Super Bowl,
He got 2 fumbles in the Super Bowl.
that might be a Leon Lett. Not Leon Lett, what's the guy name from the Cowboys that caught the 2 picks?
Oh, Larry Brown.
They got all that Al Davis money that time.
Bruh, cashed out, man.
Hey, we don't hate on your money.
Get all of it, man.
Get your money.
Get all of it. But no, if you don't perform, they're going to restructure your deal. Ask Sue.
Year 2. Big pick up for them today, too, man. What you
Bruh.
think about that Mario and Sue together?
If Cameron Wake decides to stay, it's gravy.
Because
It's gravy.
they run the 4 set, right? 4-3.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that works. But there's a lot of big pickups and drops and all of that going on and just a lot going on. But we got a big show of guests today. Scheduled to appear with us is Atlanta City Council President Ceasar Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
We also got a bunch of me and Maceo, I can't believe we get to do this. We do color analysts for a basketball
Hey,
game.
man,
this
somebody decided that it's time for me and you to start calling games.
And that's going to be funny.
Boy, that's going to be fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. But we're going to meet some of the kids that are going to be associated with this program this Sunday.
Because I'm going to be hard on him.
Yeah, we're going to check him.
His jumper is off.
I can already hear it.
His dribble is garbage.
He needs to pass, Glade. He's holding the ball too much.
Man, they got me doing color.
I'm be out there trying to figure out numbers. Hope they ain't too many big names on there that I
Boy,
can't read.
my play-by-play, hey, man. See, they don't know I've been practicing for this, man, my whole life, man. Boy.
We had them in there. We also have it out in the madness with Coach Lewis Preston as well. Boy, his tournament is around the corner. It's conference tournament time around. And we're going to have our representative, our guy come in and just talk it. Macy, I got so many questions for him, man.
Dude, I got I'm so ready. I picked my All-American team. I got my top 5. I might have made me a top 10.
Yeah.
I gave out some awards, man. I got my player of the year, man.
Boy, you jumped on it, boy.
Come on, dog.
You jumped on it. We got that going on. That's what I'm talking about. We got some good ones today, man.
Do we?
Yeah, I have some good ones today. I found.
Oh, okay.
Took me a while.
That might be your whole segment.
I
couldn't find none.
Well, I was scrapping too.
Well, nobody doing good in the hood this week.
Well, I pulled everything I could out of this one, man.
Boy, you must have been
Twitter, Facebook. I went back like almost 2 weeks.
Wow. See, you know what? That's the
we
problem I be having.
We didn't do much last week, though. Remember?
We didn't do none because Garrison took up.
Go,
Oh, I got some in. Appreciate you, Garrison Hurst. Appreciate
we gotta
you, Garrison.
catch up. That's what I'm talking
but
about.
But see, I didn't know you go back that far. See, I try to find stuff that happened that week.
I try, but what we say, reallys are easy to find.
It was some reallys out there today.
And we're going to talk about some of them, too. And that's what I'm talking about so hard, trying to get those goods in the community. Sometimes you have to just stretch it out. Because, I can look through your, the Facebook, all the posts you put out there, and I'll be like, God, this guy done did this, and steroids, and $55 million.
Hey, man.
This and that. Oh, there go one.
Man, who's going to be the first one to go get this Bentley truck?
I hope none of them.
Who's going to be the first one to go get this?
The first
Bentley
thing
truck?
all these guys with these contracts that get these big contracts need to see contracts is the movie broke.
Look here, man. We'll tell them about it a little later, but our boy Teddy P got something for these boys, man.
Yeah, he coming up next
Yeah.
week. So,
We're
next month. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna help these boys out, man.
Because don't spend all that money.
Don't go get that Bentley truck, man.
Because they do a lot of restructuring. Hey, stay with us. We going into hot topics. You.
Vince Lombardi once said that it's hard to be aggressive when you're confused. Some of us think that taking our lives to the next level, both personally and professionally, is a confusing and complicated process. Guess what? It's not, and I can prove it. My book, Truisms, will show you how living your life by rules that are so self-evident and obvious, you'll say, I knew that. This powerful yet short, detailed bestseller is on sale right now, under $10. Go to michaelmcfadden.com. That's michaelmcfadden.com, and let Truisms help you to the next level.
Marie Callender's knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch, or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie, but Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special, sit down, and savor. Marie Callender's, it's time to savor.
In 50 feet, turn left. Why are you driving so slowly?
After a few drinks, I'm taking it slow.
Well, you're not fooling the cop behind you.
What?
Get ready to pay in 0.1 miles.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This is Amar Batman Carroll. You listen to The Crush, the only sports radio show that they're going to keep it real in the A on Sensation Station Network.
Hot topics. Hot topics.
And we're back. Bringing in those hot topics brought to you by Dr. Kevin Dancy.
Dr. Kevin Dancy.
If your smile isn't becoming to you, you should be coming to us. Dr. Kevin Dancy has been practicing dentistry for 15 years in beautiful Southwest Atlanta. His office is located at 3752 Cascade Road, Suite 190. Complete family dentistry with everything you need in one office. Call and make an appointment at 678-836-2118, 678-836-2118. So it was official today.
Doug High, but go ahead.
It was official today.
Uh-huh.
Calvin Johnson has announced his retirement.
Mm-hmm. No regrets.
And then the thing about it, he's got his health.
Mm-hmm.
But before we do that, I think we got a caller, right?
We got a caller. Hey, caller, what you crushing on?
Oh, I'm just crushing on the Super Show.
Hey,
Mike, what's up, Mike?
Where you been, bro?
I've been a little tired up, but my question tonight was, can Georgia Tech play its way into this March Madness?
They're going to have to win it all.
They got to win it all, Mike. They're going to have to at least make it to the national championship. National championship. It's the ACC championship game. That's going to probably be the only way they get in. But I think Marcus George's Hunt can put them on his back and carry them through the tournament.
They start tomorrow, right?
They start tomorrow. They play Clemson tomorrow.
So they got to win Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's a lot, boy.
That's a lot.
That's a lot, Mike.
That's a lot,
man.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike.
Got our work cut out.
Y'all got to put y'all alumni dudes to work, Mike.
Yeah, we got to do some work.
Cheer them on, man, because that's going to be pretty tough. But, hey, crazier things have happened.
Crazier things have happened.
So you never know, man. Didn't Connecticut a few years ago won their tournament?
Man, the hungry Huskies, baby.
Yeah, and they went all the way. So you never know, Mike. You never know. Just enjoy it, bro. Just enjoy it. We'll talk to you later, man.
Appreciate you, Mike.
Appreciate you.
All right, then.
Man, look here, man. The number Mike called, man, was 678-613-5857.
Speaking of Georgia Tech, like that leeway going into Calvin Johnson. So, Macy, I got a few questions.
Yes, sir.
What would you rank him? Is he a top 10 of all-time receiver?
I got to do a little more research on it. It's hard to say right now because we have to look at great numbers.
Oh, yeah.
But we have to understand the time that he played in.
Yeah.
He plays in a pass-happy league now.
Yeah.
He plays with a quarterback that throws the ball to him every play.
Yeah.
And, boy, what is Matthew Stafford going to do now?
It's hard to give him that top 10. There's a lot of them out there.
There's a lot of – but you know what I will say, and I always say this when I think about guys in their legacy.
Yeah.
Did they change the game?
He was dominant, but did he change it?
And that's what I don't know. I heard Deion Sanders say today he changed the game, but I'm like,
How?
I don't know.
Because of his size, maybe his speed, maybe.
I mean, we saw Randy Moss. He was a bigger version. I don't think he was as fast as Randy Moss, but he was more physical than Randy Moss.
Big physical, 6'5", 237, 240.
Yeah.
Like you said, I think we need to do more research and see these top 10.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this. This has been probably one of the greatest retirement classes of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Beast Mode,
Yeah.
Charles Woodson,
Yeah.
Peyton,
Yeah.
and Calvin.
Mm-hmm.
Question, all of them get in at the same time, you think? Because that'll be the class of 2021
I see
at the Hall of Fame.
Well, the thing with receiver that we know, we don't know the log jam that will be at receiver.
Right.
Because that's what happened to Chris Carter and those guys.
Peyton and Charles in.
Peyton definitely.
You don't think Charles Woodson?
I got to look at Charles. Because I think what people are going to look at, again, it depends on who's up that year. He should be a first ballot, but we thought T.O. should be the first ballot.
True. I mean, Beast Mode, I think maybe third or fourth. I don't think he get in first.
Nah, Beast Mode not going to get in. He will get in, but he's not going to be first ballot Hall of Famer. No.
Do they all get in? Does Calvin get in? I read an article today that said Calvin's numbers don't talk Hall of Fame right now.
When you look at the NFL today and the way it's played, he doesn't get in. Not right now. I think, I say this all the time, with certain guys, time will be good to them. The further they are away from the game, you start like, you know what? He was pretty good. Let's bring it. That's how, to me, that's how Terrell Davis is going to get in. Eventually, people are going to realize he ran for 2,000. For what he did for his short career,
yeah,
he worked out. He balled out.
Calvin had probably 3 of the best years ever.
He did.
For a receiver.
He did.
With almost the ridiculous number of catches. But he had injury problems.
Yeah.
He played for Detroit.
He played for, and
no offense, Detroit people, but let's be real.
Yeah.
You didn't make the playoffs but a few times, and you didn't do anything. Barry went in first because Barry was
Barry.
Yeah, he was ridiculous.
Barry was Barry. Now, Barry changed the game.
But Barry at 30 was already top 2 in rushing of all time.
Yeah.
Calvin at 30, good numbers, but it still don't put him in the rank of top 10.
And what people are going to say, and this always comes up, as dominant as he was, he never won a playoff game. That's going to weigh heavily. Because you got to think about when Andre Reed was first up, everybody talked about his numbers, but the longer it got, people realized, dude, do you know how hard it is to go to 4 Super Bowls in a row?
Yeah.
And you the guy?
And was the man.
You the guy.
If Jim needed somebody, he knew who to go to.
You were the guy.
So let me ask you this. In your honest opinion, you think Calvin's done?
I really do.
Okay.
I really do. You got to understand this too. Calvin came in at a time before the rookie. He got paid. The rookie salary cap, so he got money.
His checks were good.
He got plenty of money when he came out, and he signed another $100 million deal when he renegotiated. He good.
If you look at the way that they talk about NFL now, he's got the money.
Yeah.
Great health.
Not great health. That's why he's walking away.
Oh, that's right. That's
why he's walking away.
But I'm just saying for what he was probably would have done to himself.
Oh, yeah. At 30,
30,
he will be able to heal. If he takes all next year off, his body will feel so. But, he talked about his fingers.
Yeah.
He talked about how long it took him to get his ankles back together. It's tough.
A lot of that bank account secure as long as he take care of his money. Calvin, from all what we've heard, smart guy. Does the right thing. Mm-hmm. Went to Tech, all that good stuff.
And understand this about Calvin. He won't have no problem getting work. Shout out to my boy Harold. Harold said earlier today he left $20 million on the table. No, he didn't. He got all his chips.
Yeah.
He good.
Yeah, you see Cal, he might be driving an Escort or something.
Man, you think he was doing Acura commercials, and he probably really was driving an Acura.
Yeah, he had a lot of, I forgot about his Madison Avenue. He made some money with his commercials and everything.
Good looking kid will definitely get deal. He can do TV.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure people gonna be calling him. Again, he got a degree from Tech.
Yeah, he can do some if he wanted to. He can get into the analyst booths and all that. Yeah. He's a good kid, man.
Or he can just disappear.
And I wouldn't, with Calvin, that's something that we probably, because you don't see him a lot in the offseason.
He was the anti-wide receiver. I always say that about him. He was the anti-wide receiver.
You would know. You know the receiver.
In an era full of divas,
yeah.
He was anti-wide receiver.
Yeah, because you don't hear much from it in the offseason.
You don't.
You'll pop up and see a commercial, be like, hey, Calvin.
Never got in trouble. Community guy. Yeah. Like I say, he was never a me guy. Never a me guy.
Anyway, Calvin, thank you, buddy. If this the last, like I say, one of the greatest classes to ever retire in 1 year, man.
You know, remember what Reggie Ball told us? You can't overthrow him. Nothing.
And we've been following him since, Sandy Springs?
Yeah, since Sandy Springs.
Good luck, buddy. When we come back, man, we're going to, and that was, Hot Topic brought to you by Dr. Kevin Dancy. Make your smile pretty, people. Give him a call, 678-836-2118.
Don't be on the grill team.
When we come back, man, we get a chance to talk to Atlanta City Council President Ceasar Mitchell. Stay with us. It's The Crush.
So, I'm a dog, and I just got adopted by this new human guy, and I'm starting to wonder how he got along without me. I mean, okay, something as simple as walking around the block. He's got this leash thing, and he puts me on one end and him on the other, and I'm just taking him around. I think he's afraid of getting lost. Without that leash and me guiding him along, I don't think he'd find his way back home. But it's kind of cute.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
You want to see who's in the network?
Don't be jealous that I've been chatting online with babes all day.
Follow us on Instagram at Sensation Station Network. We're the nation's urban station. Radio, not dumbed down.
I am an American soldier.
I'm a warrior and a member of a team. I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values.
I will always place finish first.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never accept defeat.
I will never quit.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
I am disciplined.
I am disciplined. Physically and mentally tough.
Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills.
I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself.
I am an expert and I am a professional.
I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the
enemies of the United States of America in close combat.
I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
I am an American soldier.
There's strong, and there's Army strong. See what it takes at GoArmy.com.
Coming to Tampa Bay, I said we want to win a Super Bowl, and I believe we will.
From IamSecond.com.
We came close, but never really did win that championship.
Former NFL head coach Tony Dungy.
At the end of my 6th year, I was fired, and it was one of the biggest disappointments of my life. Next year, I'm in Indianapolis, get to the playoffs, but get knocked out again. And for the next couple of years, it's the same thing. Everyone is saying Colts are never going to win one. And I did wonder, why didn't it pan out the way I thought it would? But I determined that I had to have Christ first, and that everything else came below that, including my own desires. The next year, that ended up being our year to go to the Super Bowl and win it, and it was a wonderful feeling. Every decision I make, I'm going to make it through the lens of Jesus Christ, and He guide us to that ultimate victory. I'm Tony Dungy, and I am second.
Marie Callender's knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch, or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie, but Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special, sit down, and savor. Marie Callender's, it's time to savor.
This is Judge Hatchett, and you're listening to The Crush on SSNATL.com.
Oh, we're back. We're going into the... I see what you did there, Sky. Welcome to Atlanta. I see you. I see what you did. I see what you did. I see what you did. I see what you did.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday with West Coast Music Hub, Maceo told. I just messing with you. And we're back, guys. Right now, we're going into our crushing interview. And Maceo, please give this man the proper introduction, man.
Do I need to do it proper, or do I just need to get... Okay, man, coming to the microphone,
He got
man.
jokes
Now,
today.
I heard he went to Mays High School. I know he graduated from Morehouse, man. I know he went to Georgia and got his law degree, man. And just all-around great guy, man. My guy, city council president, man. Caesar Mitchell in the building, man. What's going on, brother?
What's up, man? Yeah.
Hey, man, I can't call it, man.
You know what, though? Man. You know, he our guy, man, but we almost had to attack him at the NFLPA Super Bowl party, man.
No, we just little blackmail.
Yeah,
little blackmail. Yeah, pictures,
yeah.
Converse cleats,
Yeah.
all that good stuff, man.
He didn't want all that coming out.
Yeah, he didn't want that stuff to see the light of day. Yeah.
You reminded me of those black low top Converse cleats.
Hey, so welcome to the show, sir.
Hey, it's great to be here, my friend.
So let me just start off, man. To be the president of the Atlanta City Council, man, what does all of that entail? It just sounds very important.
He said it sounds very important. No, it's really a great honor to be the president of the City Council of the City of Atlanta, the city that I love, one of the greatest cities on planet Earth. And it's really been great because it's given me an opportunity really to serve the citizens in this city, again, the city that I love, and to really be able to serve in a way that I feel like, I can make a difference and have made a difference and hopefully can continue to make a difference.
So, Dad's a police officer, Mom's a teacher. Early on, you felt the urge to, I got to do something important for the city.
Well, yeah. Well, it's funny you say it like that. Do something of service. Absolutely. I learned service from watching my mom and my dad as public service. My mom was a public school teacher at Fulton High School.
Redbirds.
Yep, the Redbirds. That's right. That's right. The Redbirds. And my dad was an Atlanta police officer and an ordained minister. So growing up, we saw service every day. My brother and I did. And then, I really learned the tactical kind of responsibility and what it really practically requires to be involved in public service from my grandmother, my mom's mom, because she was someone who was very involved in the community. And she would take my brother and me out when she was elderly herself, and we would do Meals on Wheels. I tell that story because that's really where this whole idea of serving others was imprinted upon me as a young boy, because she would take us out and we'd go take these meals to people who were sick and shut in, and I would think to myself as we rode down DeKalb Avenue in my grandmama's 1972 Cadillac Coupe de Ville.
She would ride.
Baby blue with the white top, a whopping 15 miles an hour. Yeah. And that was about as fast as she could drive, but she was driving to take us to serve people who needed help. And I would always think to myself, man, she should have someone bringing her a meal. But that's where I learned service from, and that's really what's driven me all these years and inspires me to this day.
Now, service is one thing. Politics is another.
Brother, you hadn't said
it. So what makes you, we can do community service at Soup Kitchen, but politics, what makes you get into politics?
Well, I think, I believe that that's one of the highest ways in which you can serve. And of course, politics or public service has not been the only way I've served from a community standpoint. I served for many years as a board member of Hands on Atlanta, which is an organization committed and dedicated to meeting critical needs and volunteerism, and that's a way of doing it. And then I didn't have to be an elected official to do that. I was chair of the board for 2 years. I'm currently on the global board of Points of Light, which is really the global organization, umbrella organization for Hands on Atlanta and so many other organizations around the country and the world that are committed to doing community service and meeting critical needs. So I've certainly been engaged in community service, but you're right. Politics is a completely different experience and engagement and activity. And politics requires you to be able to work with people and get people to do things when they've got their own interests that may not be necessarily compatible with yours. And so that can be a challenge sometimes, but we have to get it done.
Hey, man. We just warming up, man.
Yeah, we just get started.
We just getting started, man.
Being the Atlanta City Council president, I had to question some of our Atlanta teams.
So because that's the thing. We brought them in here to talk sports.
Oh, yeah. So we wanted just to set y'all up and get y'all started. But we're going to see. He might sweat like I am over here in a few minutes when we talk about these Atlanta teams.
Especially Matt Ryan.
Don't have me doing that.
Hey, man, so stay right here, bro. We'll be right back.
All right.
Hey parents, finding it hard to communicate with kids in today's world of ever-changing slang?
Hi, son.
Excuse me? Introducing the Communicizer. Just strap non-toxic Communicizer to your mouth and go from boring old man speak,
I'm here if you want to talk,
to 100% off the chain.
Text me whenever, yo.
It's that easy.
Thanks to Communicizer, I'm relevant to my kids again. I'll fly, boo.
And now when you buy Communicizer, you get the auto-tune attachment free. Sounds so hip-hop, your kids will want to talk to you for hours.
I used to have to walk 3 miles uphill to school every morning, Shorty.
I love you, Dad.
I love you too, son.
Communicizer is not available in stores because it doesn't exist. But that's okay. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Because kids in foster care don't need perfection. They need you. For more information on how you can adopt, go to adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Adopt Us Kids and the Ad Council.
You absolutely have to go to Bangkok Station. It's on 550 Far Road in Atlanta for the best Thai cuisine I have ever tasted, period. That Masumang chicken, incredible. And yes, I must break it down just like that. And if you're looking for a place to hold a power meeting, Bangkok Station is that place. There's no pre-order or minimum tab to get the room. It's all about your satisfaction at 550 Far Road in Atlanta, Georgia. Bangkok Station, superb Thai cuisine, very affordable pricing, incredible atmosphere. It has quickly become my favorite spot to dine every week. Go to BangkokStationAtlanta.com. That's BangkokStationAtlanta.com. Take the tour for yourself, and I will meet you there.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement. Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know they're probably just a little bit nervous. You can find it in yourself to take that first step.
You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can.
You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up. Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or visit yourged.org for your pep talk and find free GED classes in your area. GED is a registered trademark of the American Council on Education. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
This is Keon Carpenter, former Atlanta Falcon. You are tuned in to The Crush on Sensation Station Network.
And we're back. Oh, yeah, man. So she pulled this one out on you, man. We still here with Atlanta City Council President Ceasar Mitchell. So, all right. So, one thing about being in Atlanta.
I am so disappointed in my
Cause you never mentioned this one, baby.
My PhD in Tupacology. I'm just so disappointed in myself.
She pulled that one out on you, buddy.
She killed me.
She killed you with that one.
She killed me right there. She got me.
So, all right. So, our teams in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Let me ask you the question I ask a lot of people who from Atlanta. You know, will we ever see a parade down Peachtree again in our lifetime?
Yes, we will. I think we will. I think we will.
Which sport?
Major League Soccer.
I think you're right.
I feel bad for y'all.
I'm be pulling for MLS real hard,
But no, I mean, I grew up a Falcons fan, a Braves fan, a Hawks fan. I'm going to always be a Hawks fan, a Falcons fan, a Braves fan. I hope to be a fan of the new soccer team that's coming in. I think that's going to bring a tremendous amount of excitement. And I'm rooting for our Falcons. We got to do something this year.
It's going to be hard for y'all, but I understand.
Yeah.
But now, this is how you know I really got in and did this research right here. This is going right. You're going to like this one. Your leadership style has been likened to Tony Dungy.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's high praise.
That's high praise.
Yeah.
High praise. How do you feel when you hear people say that? Because what that really entails is that you're an excellent leader.
Well, Tony Dungy is somebody who, he's not a blowhard.
Mm-hmm.
He's somebody who understands the craft. He understands his trade. He understands the people he's working with. He understands how to ebb and flow. He understands that winning is what the ultimate goal is, but certainly that requires you to practice. That requires you to work together. That requires you not to have the big head. It requires you to do all those things that teamwork, requires. And so I take that as a compliment. I really do.
That's a big one.
And I had a chance to meet him. I'm a big fan of Tony Dungy. He was here in Atlanta a year or so ago for an event at one of our rec centers.
Mm-hmm.
And he was there, and it was just really good to just hear him talk.
Yeah.
And just his style and his demeanor. So I appreciate that comparison.
No doubt.
So, speaking of, you brought it up before. What are your takes on? I know you had, you was involved, but the whole new Georgia Dome and what that's going to bring to the city and some of the things, because there's been some back and forth about the new dome, and do we really need a new dome? And Arthur, what is going on down there? What are your takes on it?
Well,
the new dome?
Well, first of all, I'll start with Arthur Blank. I've known Arthur Blank for a very long time, really through my work in civic, in civic work and community work and volunteerism. His organization, the Blank Foundation, was very supportive of Hands on Atlanta, and has been very supportive of so many community-based initiatives that have really been about making our city a better place and improving our young people. And so that's the context in which I view him and really have interacted with him primarily. And so with that being said, I have a great degree of respect for Arthur Blank. And so I thought, just given his level of credibility, when he came forward and said, hey, I want to build a new stadium, I think he started out of the block with credibility. And in my conversations with him through that process, he never gave me an indication that he was trying to figure out how not to do something, which was also very encouraging for me. A lot of people have concerns, and this is interesting. This is one of those issues where people on both sides of the political spectrum, typically kind of on both extremes, are not really big fans of public investment in basically profit-making ventures. But government does that all the time, and we do that because we believe it's important to spur on economic development, job creation, entrepreneurship, community development, and community benefits that flow from that. And so while on the one hand, I was supportive and really remain supportive of the partnership between the city of Atlanta, the state of Georgia, and the Falcons in creating this new edifice, which we know at some point is going to create a Super Bowl champion. I'm also very much adamant about making sure that this venture, this partnership, creates something positive for the community. And of course, I was pretty vocal on that in some ways when we were discussing community benefits, because I really believe that Vine City and English Avenue and the AU Center and Castleberry Hill are neighborhoods that certainly need to be able to rise up as a result of this venture and this partnership, and certainly not be burdened by it. And so that's what community benefits are designed to do, is create an opportunity and a win-win. And so that's something that for me is very important, and that I will continue to push for.
Because I think a lot of people don't understand that they needed a new stadium to get us. Anyway, to bring the Super Bowl. People don't realize how much revenue is generated by the Super Bowl coming to your city like that entire week.
No, absolutely. The Super Bowl is important, but keep in mind, and this is even when you talk about, we get to Turner Field, even when you talk about the Falcons Stadium, remember, Atlanta is a top 5 convention and tourism city in the country. The Georgia World Congress Center is that complex, that campus, is a big reason why we are a top tier convention and meeting city. The Dome, the current Georgia Dome, as will be the new Falcon Stadium, is a meeting hall. And so we're talking about events that will be at this new stadium that will go far beyond Falcons games and a Super Bowl or a playoff game.
Hey, we're about to take another quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the move from Tanner to Cobb. We're going to talk about them Braves in a few minutes.
And we're going to talk about May High School. We're going to talk about it. I see that. We're going to talk about it.
We're going to sneak Mark Brown in, too.
We're going to sneak that in. We're going to talk about that.
Absolutely.
That's our school. Hey, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hello, and welcome to today's lottery drawing. Good luck. And here's today's winning numbers. First one up, it's not yours. Second one, not yours. And another number that's not yours. Okay, this is one number that's yours. It's a 5, but you don't get any money for that. And the final number is not yours.
Yep, so chances are you're not going to hit the lottery anytime soon. Don't get us wrong, the lottery can be fun every now and then. Just please don't rely on it for your future savings. How about this? Brew your own coffee at home instead of buying that latte every day. Brown bag it to work instead of ordering in. Ride your bike instead of buying all that gas. These changes alone can save you thousands a year. Thousands. Small changes today, big bucks tomorrow. Feed that piggy bank. Go to feedthepig.org for more free ideas on how to save. Feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Vince Lombardi once said that it's hard to be aggressive when you're confused. Some of us think that taking our lives to the next level, both personally and professionally, is a confusing and complicated process. Guess what? It's not, and I can prove it. My book, Truisms, will show you how living your life by rules that are so self-evident and obvious, you'll say, I knew that. This powerful yet short, detailed bestseller is on sale right now, under $10. Go to MichaelMcFadden.com. That's MichaelMcFadden.com, and let Truisms help you to the next level.
What is this? You know you're listening to the dopest show on the airwaves, right?
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Hey, we're back. Scott been. I see you, Scott.
She been working,
yeah,
boy.
She working,
you was in my iTunes earlier today or something? Oh, okay, my bad. I be trying to take credit for everything.
We still here with Ceasar Mitchell, so let's go ahead and just jump into it. The move, Atlanta's Braves moving from the city down to Cobb County. Just your take on the whole thing from what you were able to see. And, you know, I stay in Cobb, and I ain't ready for the traffic, to be honest with you. I'm not ready for it. But what's your take on it from what you know?
Well, I really hate that we lost the Braves to Cobb County. I really do. But there's a whole lot that goes into where teams decide to locate and what the opportunities are where they locate. And I do know the Braves really wanted to do essentially on that 50-something acres what they're doing now on that 50-something acres up in Cobb County, which is really essentially create this whole development right out of the ground. You know, in Summer Hill, it would be certainly a little more difficult to do it just given the location, but the opportunity was there. But you know, out of necessity comes invention, and I was reminded by the president of Georgia State, Mark Becker. He reminded me and a room of about 250 people a couple of weeks ago that when the announcement was made that the Braves are leaving, that I was the first person to call him and suggest that Georgia State look at this site as a place to locate some of their educational activities. Number one, what people don't know is that Turner Field currently, with the Braves being there, is used by Georgia State more than anybody. Georgia State uses the Turner Field site 365 days a year. They park 2,000 plus cars there a day. And so that, I mean, the Braves usage currently pales in comparison to Georgia State's use. And my position to Becker was, President Becker was, hey, let's turn these 2,000 cars into 10,000 people, bringing some vibrancy to this community. And so, you know, I kind of got a little bit ahead of myself because my sister is the president of the neighborhood association in Summer Hill, and
she probably looking like, hold on now.
When she heard that I said that, boy, that made for a lot less Sunday dinners over in Summer Hill. But I think they're working through it. They're working through it, and you know, and quite frankly, I think the Braves will still be connected to the city in many ways, and I'm hopeful that the relationship will still be a strong one with the city. We hate to lose them, but hey, we gotta go make something out of this.
Now, does Georgia State have any designs on like playing baseball over there, like using it for like their athletic events?
No, absolutely. They have, the thing they're working through right now in the community, on the community level, is whether or not this will be there'll be one stadium or two kind of fields.
Okay.
And Georgia State wants to have football in a much more profound way and baseball.
Yeah, because it's saying it would be easy for them to play somewhere else outside of the dome, because the dome is just so big for them.
Yeah, Georgia State's the largest school in the state now.
Exactly.
And they are growing by leaps and bounds because of their athletic program, and they want to really double down on that. And I think this site will help them do that. They've just got to make sure that they provide the right kind of
someone